Hey guys. Kitty, you can't be in the show today. Go away. How is everyone? Hey Nay, Muffin Top. Hey Muffin, welcome to the channel. Hey baby cakes. We're waiting on Chisme. I hope that she's okay. She's on her way to the Huebner Oaks area. But I think she's gonna start from her neighborhood. Oh, look at you, Nay. Kaz is not here. Kitty, move. Move. Kaz went to the coast today with her hubby. Hey, Leonard Love. Hey, Matt. Well, you're here. You made it. I'll tell you what, guys. I gotta stop saying everyone. I think I drove like 15 people completely insane last night, and then this morning when I woke up, I let Chisme wake up. I know she's an hour behind me, but I said, Chisme, something I just can't stop thinking about. Chrissy, the parking lot, the parking spot. But the thing that keeps bothering me is the passenger seat. So Chisme is going to head to the plaza if she ever shows up, which I talked to her like 15 minutes ago and she was on her way. And we did a trial run and stuff to see how we were going to pull it off. But I just said, they only talk about the jewelry store. Let me pull up this article and just get this one part that I'm talking about. Okay. How are you, Matt? Hey, Matt, I saw your John Benet Ramsey video with the new DNA ancestry. Yeah, Nay, she went to the coast. Her husband he's on vacation. So we're just waiting on Chisme. But even if Chisme does not show up right away, we're still gonna go into the plaza because the only thing that talks about the surveillance camera is security video obtained from a nearby jewelry store by the cops and described to Daily Mail by Powell's mother, Claudia, showed that no one got in or out of the vehicle after it arrived on July 5th and that Powell was alone in the car. Why can't I accept that? Hang on, Matt. I don't want to talk about John Benet yet. I want to talk about Chrissy Powell being found in the passenger seat of her car for 3 weeks. Right, baby cakes? That is what the security guard said. Like, I mean, when the security guard said they were driving by, now I hope it was on a golf cart because I couldn't imagine driving by in a car with the windows up and you could actually smell. I just couldn't even imagine. Hey, Kathy. But why is it so weird to me that she was in the passenger seat? People keep explaining why. Chisme tried to explain why. Hey, Leslie. I'm like, no, I do not understand the passenger seat. It's weird to me. The 30 minutes is weird. Hang on, let me close my door, guys. They're having a big bike run down here today, and I know they're going to start going by the Harleys. I should run outside and stick my thumb out. Matt, yeah, in a little bit. Oh, okay. Hang on one second, Matt. We're waiting for Chisme. Chisme. And I know she's on her way, guys. She's not going to not come. Right, Kathy? Like, I think I drove so many people crazy last night. So what Chisme is going to do is she's going to try to park in the parking spot where Chrissy was. And she's going to take a walk to see at that jewelry store to see what angle of the car. I don't know. I find this very strange. I mean, I don't know if it would be so strange if she was in the driver's seat. Hey, Leslie, we're waiting on Chisme. She's making her way over to the Huebner Oaks Center. So let's get Matt up here for a couple of minutes before Chisme comes in. It's honestly like to me like that morning, I do not because of the fact I have to believe that the work called her looking for her. I think the last thing on her mind that day was work. I think something happened with the text message argument with the ex-boyfriend the day before. Maybe she found out he was taking a trip. I don't know what it was. But that 30 minutes from the time she leaves her house and she ends up in the parking lot of a plaza, that would be like the distance of her driving by his place. Like it's just something's weird. Something's just weird. Chisme Patrol, where are you, girl? So yeah, let me see what baby cakes. Yeah, we're gonna go look at the map again because it's so weird. So Chrissy left her house 30 minutes later and pulled into that parking lot. From the time that Chrissy left the house on the ring cam, from the time that they see her going into the plaza on this jewelry store surveillance camera, was about 30 minutes later. We know, let's go to the map. We know that Chrissy was 3 miles from the plaza. We also know from last night that it would have taken, it was like a 24 mile to a 33 mile, depending on which way you went to. I think I hear Chisme. Oh, it's Matt. Hey, honey. Okay, one sec, Matt. Don't, one sec. So let me get to the area again. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, I'm good. I didn't want to come on live. I just wanted to
Huber,
send you some links. That's all it was.
Oaks, and
Some
then let me just
information.
add Chrissy's place,
You
and then
can
I'll
add from
share it.
Twitter.
How do I remember these people's addresses? Like that's scary. Okay. How you doing, Matt? You gonna say hi?
Yeah, can you not hear me?
Okay, Nate. We were talking about that too, and I actually called. I was talking to somebody who is an EMS that was I got asking like, but in order for her like the seat was definitely not back because I don't think if you were sitting in a seat and it was back you would slump forward unless somebody slumped her forward to hide her. But why not just put the seat all the way back, like the whole passenger seat? Matt, what do you have to tell me about Chrissy that you want to let me know? He's not talking now. Hey, Gail. So let's look at the map again. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Hello,
Yeah, I just had to swap over
swap over. How you doing, hon?
the mic. It's
Yeah,
just
we
some
hear you good.
information from Twitter. I just wanted to share the links with you so you could have a look at them while you're going through this.
Okay, well, I'm the only thing I'm concerned about is I want to see the surveillance camera at the mall where this jewelry store is because we're gonna go down to the mall again. It's almost like you could park anywhere in the plaza. It's almost like, do you want to be found? Do you not want to be found? But what if that jewelry store did not get the passenger backside? Like, why is everyone so adamant that somebody could not have been in the car with her? So look at the map, Matt. Okay, this is the weird thing. She said she arrived at the plaza 30 minutes
Yeah, I
from
believe there's a
scene.
better. There's some. There's some other cameras, Ma.
Okay, well, that's fine. But even if there's other cameras, I mean, I don't know. I
That's what
think,
the Twitter link is, which I can send you, but I just don't know
okay,
where you
but
want me
just
to
look
send
at
it
this.
to.
Okay, listen to me for 1 minute. I do not believe that she woke up that day and she was late for work. I think something transpired with the fighting the day before and it was going over to the next day. The trip to Europe, the trip, whatever, the new mom becoming the father, the little boy's stepmom, or why wasn't Chrissy allowed to have the baby if they were going to Europe? Maybe something with that found out. Like this is her child. Why can't she watch her child if they're going to Europe? Something transpired. So the thing that got me were these two things, Matt. And I'm not saying I'm a psychic or I talk to my spirit box because my spirit box hates me. But just look at this. She leaves her mom's house where she lives with her 12-year-old. She ends up over here in Huebner Center. It's about a 3-mile ride. But if she was to go by the father's house and then come back into Huebner, we did it like 5 different ways last night. It would be about a 24 to a 30-minute drive. Well, that's about how long it took her to get to the plaza. And then I said, well, maybe she was mad and maybe she wanted to end her life and roll up her windows and do whatever it was she was going to do. Do I think that? No. But why are you in the passenger seat? Like that part, I can't wrap my head around. If she was in the driver's seat, I probably would not be even thinking about this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that not weird to you, Matt? Do you think it's just a normal that a girl that's starting a brand new job that seems to be happy and has a 12-year-old at home and a
Yeah,
3.5-year-old and she's late for work? I
yeah, it
joked
is a little
around
bit odd,
last night.
but it's also odd that nobody went to look at the car. There's lots of odd,
Well,
there's lots of
regardless,
discrepancies, and that's why I think we need more information to make an
you
assessment on
just
it.
you just don't find that bizarre that she wakes up and she's late from work and she doesn't call her work, but the work calls her and then she leaves her phone at home and she takes off and she ends up in a plaza 3 miles away, but she was gone for 30, 35, 37 minutes. And her ex boyfriend was leaving for Europe and he was not going to leave the child with her. Like, that could really piss a mother off. I'm sorry. And I was playing devil advocate last night and I said, what if she was going to go over there and she had crazy thoughts that she was going to like strangle him or something? Like just playing devil's advocate. And that's why she left her phone at home because she still has the smartwatch to get messages and stuff. I don't know. Hey, Widow, go, hey, Shredder.
That's what one of this article's talking about. The article stated that um, Chrissy left her iWatch and was it her purse? But then they're saying um, I don't want to say it without reading it again. I'm sure they're saying this that.
Well, go ahead and read that part. If you want to read that to them or share it and show them, I've read the article. But hey, Budget Jones, I've read the articles, Matt. I've read everything. I've reached out to
Okay.
her best friend. But if you want to share your screen and read that to them, you most definitely go for it because we're still waiting on Chisme. But
Have you
listen,
shared
you
the?
can explain to me 1,000 ways over and over again. I'm telling you, my whole family wants to kill me after last night. But because she was in the passenger seat, I just uh, I can't wrap my head around it. My head is not going to be wrapped around it, and it makes absolutely zero effing sense.
I don't think you're
What
wrong in.
Leslie
I don't
says.
think you're wrong. You're not wrong in questioning it. We've seen so many cases where the information put out is
But Matt, you know me, and you know I don't get crazy like this over cases. But this one right here has got me thinking like there is like this big piece of a puzzle that's missing. She doesn't seem like the type of girl to me that would. I mean, the ladies in the house, like, I've never had thoughts of suicide, so honestly, I can't relate, and if anyone has, I'm sorry, and I can't even relate to it. I feel sad towards it. But is that would be the way that we're gonna say, "Yep, let's just drive to the parking lot, and we're gonna roll up our windows in San Antonio in the middle of the summer, and we're gonna let my family find me like this, and we're gonna let my mom find me like this." Is that how that goes?
I think you're jumping the gun. I don't think you can make a fully informed assessment without more information.
But I can because this is my opinion. Hey,
Yeah, but
Shredder, what do you think about this? I just don't feel that she. I mean, and then people say, well, maybe she had an aneurysm. Maybe she had a medical condition. Believe me, I would love for that to be the case. But why are you in the passenger seat? Why haven't you gone to work? Why didn't you call your boss back? Or why, when he called you looking for you 2 hours after you didn't show up and just said, hey, I'm not feeling well, I'm not coming in? Like, something is totally weird with the trip to the Europe, her not being able to take care of the son, and then her ending up cooking in the sun. I don't know. I'm not buying it.
She
I want to
didn't.
hear
She
from
didn't
you
have a
guys.
phone with her though, did she? She didn't have a phone to take calls and make
Why
calls.
couldn't she message off her smartphone? Can't you do all that on your phone, on your watch?
Well, this is the point, isn't it? The article said the smartwatch was left at home.
No.
No, the first article
Hang
stated
on. Here's
that.
Chisme. That's not true, Matt. The first article did, but her mother confirmed that she had her smartwatch with her. Hang on. We're waiting for you. Are you okay? Are you okay? You're live. You're live. Okay, well, we're here waiting on you. Just drive careful. I put the link. I put the link in Discord. Be careful. Lock your doors and make sure you have your air conditioning on, please. Okay, baby. Bye. All right, guys. She's stuck in traffic. Matt, I understand. So Shredder says it feels suspicious or that she took a drug, passed out, and overheated. I get that. Okay, Shredder. If you were gonna do that, though, why would you get into the passenger side? It's just the whole passenger is what makes me go. There's that's the piece of the puzzle that's missing. It's just weird.
So have you? I mean, I missed the start of your show. Have you covered the 30 minutes it took Chrissy Powell 30 minutes to get to the mall?
Well, why do you think the map is on the screen, Internet Hubby? Because
Well, I've not got
if
the map
you
on my
were,
screen at the minute.
oh, well, it's on. It's
Um,
on. Okay, let me show you something. If you were to leave Chrissy's house, right, and you were to drive straight to Hubner. Now, I'm no max map expert like Gray Hughes, but I mean, and
well,
we
he's not.
measured the
He's not either, to
distance.
be fair.
We're talking about 2.97 miles. She comes out of her little neighborhood. Looks like she goes down Huber Road. It's a one shot deal. She'll make a left and she'll pull right into the plaza where she was found, which we're going to go back later because Chisme's on her way there. But, Matt, if she was to leave her house and come, and we mapped all these different ways last night, and come this way, do a quick drive by to the boyfriend, father of the kid's house, and then come back around this way, we're talking 24 minutes to a 30-minute drive. You don't find that just such a big coincidence when she just had an argument with him the day before?
Oh yeah, I'm not. It doesn't add up. I'm not questioning your critical
I
thinking here.
know,
I'm
Mother. I
just.
know. I know there's a
I'm
lot of
just.
traffic.
Yeah, I'm not questioning your critical thinking here. I'm just saying there's other information that's coming out, isn't there, slowly?
Okay, so let's just play devil's advocate this way. I mean, what if somebody was in the car with her? What if she did go over there and she had a run in with him and they took a ride somewhere to, oh, let's go talk or whatever? What if he did something? I mean, I don't know. I just, the whole, like, why did she have to be in the passenger seat? That's so weird to me.
Yeah. No,
I've got my mom
I'm
over
not
here right
disagreeing
now.
with you.
Let me ask my 76-year-old mother this question. Ma, you're on a live and you've got like 50 people listening to you. If you were going to play devil's advocate, saying you were going to commit suicide, would you drive yourself into a shopping plaza 3 miles from your house and roll up the windows and turn the car off and just sit there and bake in a greenhouse until you were gone? But before you did that, you would get out of the driver's seat and scooch over into the passenger seat. My mom is looking at me like I have an octopus head. She goes, I don't even understand why you would do that. Hey, Kat, I'll call you back. I'm live. I'll call you back, cuz. Hey,
Yeah,
Mod,
people
go call Kat. He just called. Sorry, guys.
people are
Jason
asking
just
about
called.
Muffin Top's asking about the do you have to pay for parking at the mall?
Well, from what Kaz said, there's almost like maybe you have a key fob or something goes off. That I do not know. So when Chisme's there, this is what we need to find out. Chisme's gonna go into the entrances. That's my mama shredder. Yep, mama's visiting. Yeah, your nephew. I'm live, mother. I will tell. Why don't you go call him and say, "Hey, hey, nephew. You know what? Actually, my cousin lives in. Isn't he in Phoenix? I should have him go drive around and look for Michelle." That's a great question, Shredder, and we do not know that answer. But another thing is that she was wearing black, so if that was a plan that you were going to go do that, black would probably be the color to wear. But it's just the passenger seat. Matt, let me ask you, if you were going to do something like that, would you get out of the driver's seat and get in the passenger seat to make it more comfortable? I mean, what is the passenger seat?
I would, yes. My reasoning would be, and I know you have a probably different point of view because I know she's only short, isn't she, Chrissy Powell? She's 5'4", or is that? That might be somebody else. She's not very tall, is she? I'd get out, that's personally, because I'm 6'4", but that's me.
No,
That's what
Shredder.
I'd do.
She was not abducted. She ended up in a parking lot literally a little 34 minutes after the time she was last seen on the ring cam.
You can share that
Look at
screenshot
the
if you
ring
want,
cam
Ma.
again.
Scott, if you share the
Huh?
screen, if you share the screen, it shows the towing enforcement.
Oh, we saw
And
that all last night, Matt. You missed it.
oh,
We
okay,
were there. We
all
did
right,
the
okay.
towing. Kaz read it. Kaz already did the background checks on the security guards. Like, oh yeah, they
So,
definitely did something wrong. But then
so she,
after we spoke to a few people, Matt, listen, if she was in that car and it was idling and she was just thinking about things and she fell asleep, and I just can't imagine you would have a car running doing that, but then you're going to get in the passenger seat. It
yeah,
just
take a breath, man. Let me speak.
doesn't
Is
matter.
it is
Hey,
it accurate
kitty.
about is it accurate about the anxiety? She's suffering from anxiety.
They did not mention anxiety on the meds or anything like that. I'm not sure if I haven't even heard her best friend say that.
Yeah, well, her
But what
mum
I do
said
know
that.
is that she had
That yeah, that's in
sickle
the
cell.
article I'm talking about. It says her mother says believes her daughter, who suffered from anxiety, must have felt unwell and was overcome by the heat. She does not believe her daughter committed suicide or intended to die, and said she was furious that the security guard took so long to check the car.
Mm.
That's Chrissy Powell's mum.
Yeah, I know what Claudia Mobley said, Matt, and I understand that what she's feeling because she's probably got to be as completely confused as what I am, and I feel the same way she does. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
W.
talking
Hey,
about the
W.
anxiety part.
Can I say hi to somebody real quick, Matt? Matt and I go back. You should hear Matt and I on a Facebook call. Okay, hi,
Yeah, I don't
W.
get a word in, do I?
Someone,
Somebody's asking
see,
if I'm Irish. No, I'm
see,
English.
he's English. Someone killed her, then drove her to the spot and left. W, I'm telling you, I have to agree with that. But the question is, if they're saying in an article, which I don't totally believe yet, that nobody was seen getting in or out of her car and that she was in her car alone. But they only mention one store, which is a jewelry store. So right now, Chisme Patrol is on her way there. She's almost there. She's stuck in traffic. And we're going to go, and she's going to try to park in the spot Chrissy was in. I don't know if I could even possibly do that. And then we're going to go find out where this jewelry store is because I want to know what side of the vehicle this jewelry store camera is getting it. W, I agree with you 100%. I said last night I feel like they jumped out and rolled out the back like a ninja. They could have even have had a car waiting in the plaza. Was the seat reclined? You know what? I don't know if it was, but I know that they said she was slumped forward. So, what do you think about that, Matt? You think if the seat was reclined, she would have been slumped forward?
Well, I don't know because have we got the information as to how the seat was found? It's just speculation, isn't it? If
No,
it,
no, no. But speculating, we're asking you. Do you think that if the seat was reclined backwards, that she would have ended up in a slumped forward position? I'm asking a question.
well, I don't think there's a clear answer. You're asking me to
I
answer
think,
something that I don't really have
well, I
enough
think,
information on it or knowledge to answer that. Could
well,
be
why
either
don't we,
or. How
well,
long's a
why
piece
don't
of
we do
string?
this? We know that when the autopsy comes back and the report comes back, if we'll know if she even died in that car, the way the blood settled, and if she was moved. We'll find all of that out. But if the car
Correct.
was up and she was slumped forward, well, then she was definitely not wearing a seatbelt. But did she end up slumping forward after she started going, hey, Chisme? Turn that. There you go, girl.
Can
Chisme's
you
taking
see?
us on a road trip. Yep.
Hi, Chisme.
Okay, Matt,
How
I
does it
have to
look?
have you take care of things. I have to use the little girl's room real quick, okay? Can you handle the comments and answer whatever? Chisme, I'm
Wow.
watching
Does
you,
that
though,
mean I
girl.
get a
Be
chance to
careful.
speak? Cool.
You,
Hi, Chisme. I'm
la,
gonna mute
la,
Ma.
la, la,
Let
la,
me
la.
mute Ma. Muted. How you doing? Are you there, Chisme?
How do I make Chisme big, Matt? And just Chisme.
Good question. I just click on
Oh, there we go. That's better.
I'm
Okay,
not
be right
sure she
back.
can hear us. I can't hear her now.
She'll come back. She's on the highway. Oh, look at. Be right back. It's a beautiful day. It looks pretty
Yeah, Mary,
clear.
on this Twitter page that I've got up, there's a camera in one of the ATM machines, which is closer to where Chrissy Powell's car was parked.
Yes, but when we go to the parking lot and Chisme's going to show you the way the car was parked on that angle to that PNC ATM machine because we've inspected it, Matt. It's
Okay, okay.
almost like the person knew that even that it's the weirdest thing. I have a feeling that somebody was in the car with her and did a drop roll out that back passenger door. But we're about to see where these cameras are. Chisme, I love you. I'm going to the little girl's room. Be right back.
Hi, Chisme. We've got you on camera. Well, you probably can't. You might not be able to hear. Take it you're heading to the mall where Chrissy, unfortunate, was found deceased. And I'm behind on the information because I missed Mars live last night, which I now realise that I am repeating information you've already had. This ATM is quite interesting. I would share the screen, but unfortunately I can't as a guest. Can't share my screen. I'll try, but I don't think I can. No, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't share that. But yeah, there's definitely a camera above the ATM.
Is Chisme's? Oh, her mic is muted. Chisme, you gotta unmute your mic, hon. Let me look at. Hey, Grammy. Nice to see Grammy. Hey, Grammy
Oh, I
H.
didn't tell her that she was muted.
No,
Damned.
Grammy, we're not married. We would probably be on 60 Minutes if we were married. Um, hey, Benton. So
Shredder, Shredder, hi Shredder.
let me ask this one question. How many ladies in here have ever drove into a parking spot? I don't care if it's winter. I don't care if it's whatever time of the year. She'll be back. And you guys decided to think about a few things, sit in your car. How many of you have ever moved from the drive? I'm going to drive you guys crazy with this. From the driver's seat into the passenger seat, just to hang out in the car. Just, just curious. Baby cakes, go meet her. She's so cool. Patty and Pink, you need to email us because you and I are so on this together for some reason. It's what I'm thinking. Hey, love my Charlie Faith. 0. Never, never, never. Oh, Shredder has. But Shredder, were you changing clothes?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can
We
you hear
can't
me?
see you. We hear you. We hear you, Shredder. I mean, we we hear you, Chisme. Okay, Matt, I'm gonna pull this off for a minute
Yeah, it's okay.
and find that other thing we had going. Baby Cakes has
If
done
you
it.
you can drop me off the screen, I won't be offended.
No,
And
you
you
can
can,
stay up, Matt.
yeah, but you can make Chisme's
Matt, you
screen.
can stay up. It's okay. We can see exactly what she sees. It's okay. I'm in law enforcement. I just tell you, never. I've only. I mean, I'm trying to think if I've ever. I don't even think I've jumped out. Like one time, my door was jammed and I couldn't open it because like a key was stuck in it and it was locked. Like I was in high school, my little red Rambler, and I would just go out the window like the Dukes of Hazards.
Yeah, Shredder, read Shredder's
Put the
comment.
baby cakes, Chisme, Mako left. Let me see. Love my Charlie.
Put Shredder's comments on. Shredder's
One,
not got cognitive bias.
I have sat in my car many times and it's never been in the passenger seat, even the change at the beach with sleeping steering wheel in my way. Absolutely.
Can y'all
Yes,
hear me?
better. Yes, we do. We hear you.
Okay. I entered off of Huebner Road. Here's the
I think she
plaza.
said oh, there's the movie theater. Pizza Road. Yeah, see, that's different, Shredder. I get that. But if you're on your way to work and the whole thing, too, like, I think she was on a mission that morning, and I think it involved her son, and I think it involved the drive-by to that place, and then somehow she ended up in this plaza. I just don't feel that she had any intentions of ending up at this plaza whatsoever. Maybe she drove by and he saw her and he said, "Meet me at Hubner." Maybe I don't know. Grammy H. Oh, I love me some Chisme too. She's awesome. If she was expecting someone to get in, then yes, I can see her moving to the passenger seat. That could be too. That could be too. What is
There's
your name? Sugar?
a lot happening
Matt,
in
what does that
Texas.
say? Does that say sugar baby or sugar booty? Sugar bootia?
Buddha, sugar Buddha,
Oh, sugar Buddha. Okay, I couldn't read that
Buddha.
font.
If you're trying to be Eastern.
What did Leslie say? Yes,
By the
I
way,
muted
that's not
someone
me.
else.
By the way, that's not me eating. I'm rustling
Can you see
around.
that, Tia?
Okay, guys, here we go. Yep, there's the ATM. So yeah, let's go see where that little camera is on this ATM.
May I go full screen if you want? You know, you can.
It's not going yet. Well, I can't make her full screen alone. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Let me see.
I
Shift
think you pick
A.
the one. I think you pick the box at the end, don't you?
No,
Or I'll.
let's just leave her like this. It's okay. We can see.
Yeah, let it be. He's asking the cause of death. That's not been revealed, has it? Because the autopsy has not been completed.
Let it be. Hey, kitty. We don't know what the cause of death is yet.
Have you seen a time frame for the cause of death?
Nope.
How long it'll take to come up, to
Okay.
investigate the cause of
The
death?
spot is right here.
Yep. That's the parking spot. Pull in the parking spot, Chisme, just like she was pulled in.
Let me turn around.
So that we can see when you walk over to wherever this jewelry store is. I'm curious if they are able to see that back passenger door. Hey, Jim Terry.
Oh, James Avery jewelry. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So let's see if we're parked like where she was parked and she's the way she was. Let's see if this jewelry store would have caught the passenger side of her SUV. How you doing, Jim Terry?
Hey, Jim.
All right. How hot is it there today, Chisme?
Well, my car registered 106.
Oh, shit.
Hi, Chisme. How you doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Running errands for Mar.
It's keeping you busy in Texas, and it's keeping you busy,
You know
weren't you?
what? I've asked
In that
her.
area.
I've asked her to drive by only 2 places in the whole time I've known her, but this is killing me last night.
Okay, I'm not in the same spot she was in, but I think it was over here somewhere. There's my.
It was the fit spot from that median. If you were to get out of her passenger door and look to the right, she would have been 5 spots from that
4, 5,
gravel.
right here where this car is.
Yeah,
here.
right there.
So
You're close enough. You're close enough.
So
The question is,
there's the jewelry store, James Avery.
yeah, so let's go see this camera that supposedly saw Chrissy's car. Let's see which way this camera is angled.
Shoot.
And I'm just curious if there's any other cameras in that corner, like towards the fish place to the right, or any cameras around that little cove right there. Tiz.
Okay,
Hey, Patty. Wait, Patty, you gotta go? All right. Hey, Patty girl, you can't leave. Can't leave. You're in timeout. Get your little butt in the corner.
You sound real staticky, but here's a restaurant.
I love horses, Patty.
Texas to the bone, and I don't know if that's a camera.
Patty, my dad bought me a 16.5 thoroughbred off a claiming race one time, and she ended up being a barrel horse. Man, I miss her. She was beautiful.
Yeah, okay. Matt, just let's hone in on these cameras. I think she just passed the camera there. We need to just slow down a bit.
Well, why don't she can hear you, Matt? She's not gonna bite you.
Yeah, no, but
wait, Chisme,
talking
Matt,
while she's talking to us.
I-10. That's I-10. So she might have turned left on I-10 and then come in here, and then she went that way to the ATM way over there, or walk close to the ATM and park right away. And here's James Avery.
Yeah. Now, Matt, you said she passed the camera where?
You just pointed that camera out to us, didn't you, Chisme?
Okay, Chisme, stop for 1 second.
I think that's the camera. Or I don't know.
No, stop for 1 second and look.
Yeah, we need a longer view of the camera, Chisme.
Nope, not there. Now go up to the left in that corner up there, past the box. No. Circle to the left. Oh, she sees it.
Who, me?
Yeah, right there.
I don't see a camera, but this is that jewelry store, James Avery.
Okay, no.
There it is.
Okay. Oh, she'll find the camera, Matt.
See it?
There it is. Okay.
So
go back to that camera, Chisme. I want to see what kind of camera it is. Is it a circle camera, like a little ball inside? Or is it just pointing like a certain way that it moves like on a 180?
I don't know. Can you see it?
Uh-huh. So.
There's another. Okay. Yeah, there's I-10.
She'll come back. I don't know if that camera could possibly see the passenger side of that car. I don't know, Matt. I'm not buying this whatsoever. 3 weeks, baby cakes.
That's why it would be interesting to see the ATM camera if that's closer.
The ATM camera is closer, but the angle of Chrissy's car you never would have seen it with that camera. It's almost
Right.
like the person parked knowing where the cameras was. And what if that? I mean, we don't know which way she went into the plaza, but what if she did come into that one road? Because if that's the only place she came in, then what other camera's going to catch her? But Chipotle from a distance, the jewelry store, the fish market, whatever restaurant, but you're still not going to see the passenger side of that door.
Yeah, it
I'm
does have the vibes about the Naomi Urion case. Does have similar vibes to that to me.
Love my Charlie Faith, right? I mean, if the security guard said that he could actually smell something was bad in the car when he was driving by, you would think that somebody would have noticed something and maybe took a glance over and saw a lady in the passenger seat. It's just so bizarre. 3 weeks. Not yet. No autopsy report as of yet. Maybe there's bad signal in the plaza, but I think we'll go down into the map and go check out our own cams.
Yeah, let's. I'd be interested myself to
Let's
to
go
follow
look.
one of your maps.
Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look before Chisme gets back. Go find our cams.
Anybody who directed me from America to find the location of that's where Sarah Everard was kidnapped from.
That was a great one.
You'll always have my respect on maps and
Y-
directions. So I
Yeah,
would always take a back seat listening to your directions. That's for sure.
we were on
I
live.
wouldn't argue over that one, Shredder.
We were on a live, and Matt was walking through London, and I'm telling him exactly where to go, where to make the right to go find the bus stop where Sarah Everard was kidnapped, and he found it right away. Ooh, you did a lot of walking that day.
Yeah, he
Okay,
was
so
directing me
let's.
though. That was the point. He was directing me from the US. Didn't know where the location was, did I?
Okay, we got Chisme back, so let's take the map off for right now. So, are you seeing any other cameras, Chisme, that could have been between that little cove area to the restaurant and that Chipotle?
No, just at the James. I think there's one at right here at Saltgrass.
Love my Charlie Faith. Join the club. I'm telling you, I bothered everyone last night. Let me go back into that one view.
Can you see?
I see.
Yeah, we see Chisme.
Okay, so I thought that was one over there where that Toyota is at the restaurant. But I should have passed right by it. And it looks like there's cameras here at that recreational equipment place.
Mm-hmm.
But
So do you see any possible cameras that would be pointing to the passenger side of her car?
just the one from James Avery,
From where?
the jewelry store.
No, the jewelry store would have caught the front of her car on the driver's side, I thought.
No, passenger. Cause
Oh,
there's
thank you,
Chipotle.
Monkey.
There's Chipotle right there in front of us.
Uh-huh.
So she was parked right here to my left.
Yep, and she was parked the opposite way that you're driving.
Yeah, she was parked. I'm gonna park there again. She
It
lives
was
at ATM.
yes.
Can you walk us through it again, Chisme? Because you
Can
went.
you
I'm not
walk the
criticising
street?
you. You went a little fast for us.
Yeah, she is
Walk
fast.
again? What?
Because
Just
okay,
a
because
little slower from the
okay,
angles for
listen,
the angles of where she was
Chisme.
parked.
Hey, Pamela Smith. Chisme, get out of the car now and just pan to the left. Don't go to where the Chipotle is and stuff. Just look to the left. and show us the jewelry store, the seafood restaurant, and Chipotle and whatever. Now, what is to the right where your passenger door is right now? That's what I'm
To the
curious
right of
about.
me, to the right.
Yes. Dun, da, da, da. See what I'm thinking too. Hey, Sassafras. What I'm thinking also, Matt, is what if somebody did come in, you know, did got into the back and went out that passenger door, and of course maybe he did say meet me in the plaza. She drove by, that whatever she got there. Hey, just go. I'll meet you in the plaza. Blah blah blah. But what if that did happen and the person did get out that passenger door in the back and went low? I mean, if there's a car parked on a row and it's got a couple people in the plaza, I mean, at the end of the day, who is going to see that? I mean, why? And you can't move her if something happened and you killed her and you ended up killing her in the passenger seat. I mean, it's not like you would have had to have gotten out of the car, went around the front, opened the door. It's going to take a lot to move the body over into the driver's seat. So you leave in the passenger seat and you have to somehow creep out. Baby cakes, I'm telling you, this is, I don't even know Chrissy, but her mom and her family and the 12-year-old at home. And I don't even see it being an accident and relaxing and falling asleep in the car running out of gas, but you're in the passenger seat. If it was the driver's seat, I would have shut up like 2 days ago.
They're gonna have the more footage than what's, well, they've not released any footage, have they? I don't think, but there's going to be more footage available than what we know of. It's got to be. To show if anyone else did get in her vehicle. What do you think on that one, Mar? You hear me, Mar?
Yeah, I was letting you talk. I get that, but you can go out the back door and, like, open it, go out low. I mean, let me find this ATM machine real quick. All right. Do you know what I'm
PNC
saying?
Bank.
I can't see chat.
Yeah, it's okay. I've got it
All
on.
right, the
I've got it on here.
standard.
Imperfectly perfect.
Where the
True
heck is it?
crime
I
and
might
more
even
with Judy as is here.
I
JD
might even
is.
be in the wrong plaza. Is that it? No. Okay, hang on. Let me find this. Oh, there's the movie theater. Okay. This is definitely the plaza.
It's a PNC Bank ATM.
Yeah, I know. But do you see I'm looking for Chipotle's in that angled parking. All right, what is that? The restaurant, the Union, the flower shop. I think it's like right around where these trees are. Hey, Chisme, what's going on over there, girl? You okay?
Can you not just put the jewelry store in?
I'm putting Chipotle in. There
I
we
know
okay.
somebody in the
There.
chat
So she was, yeah, she was
earlier was
parked right
asking
here.
where Chrissy Powell works. She works
One,
for
two.
medical malpractice law firm.
Yeah, if I go back to the map and show you, like, if she was to go to work, she would have gone to the interstate and then she would have went to the east. All right, so I believe she was parked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. Could be off here or there. She was backed in, and so here's the bank, the ATM.
Yeah, there's the
We figure
ATM
it was
opposite.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6. I'm gonna like right around here, like one of these three. So she was backed in. So her passenger door is on this side. You don't find that convenient that the passenger door is on this side? I mean, what is going? I mean, do we have cameras in the parking lot? Obviously, we have shitty security guards in the parking lot. But like, what? Do you see what I'm saying, Matt?
Yeah, but
Or
what's
no?
gonna what? Well, I know where you're coming from. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. But what's gonna make you think differently? What would you need to see to look at it differently? Would you need to see someone
Here's a camera
leaving the car?
right here.
What,
Right here's a camera. Okay, it's a round camera, so it does a 360. Okay, that camera is definitely going to catch the side, and it's definitely going to catch the driver. It is not catching the passenger side. Chipotle probably has one. They all probably have one. But the thing of it is that the way that she was parked, the passenger side of her vehicle, which is facing this way, unless there's a 360 camera. Let's go check out this little area. And I'm on January 22 in maps.
mm,
That, that's not a camera, that's a light. Unless there's a camera hidden back here to see the passenger side of her car, and this is January, they could have put one up. That's a light. That's a buzzer. Now, what is that right there, though? Looks like a floodlight. Oh,
you've got good eyes. You've
nope,
got better eyes than me.
nope. No camera here. Oh. What? You know what? Is that a camera? I don't even know. I don't see a camera hanging on it. Looks like it could have had a camera hanging on it. Let's go get a different angle of that camera. Sneak up on you in the back. Is that a camera? I don't think so.
It does look like the location of a camera base, but it doesn't appear to have a camera on it, does it?
I agree with you. It looks like it had a camera there, like that would hang like a 360, but I don't
Just
see it.
is that the jewelers? Or who's
Yes.
mentioning the jewelers? The jewelers are surely going to have extensive CCTV cameras on their
Yeah.
building.
Yep.
More than one
So
camera.
so that's probably a camera. Okay.
Chisme's
So
back
that
in the room.
camera.
Hi, Chisme. You might be muted, Chisme. I'm not sure. Can't hear you.
But even if that camera right there, it's not going to pick up the passenger side of her car. You can't. You know what? Nobody's going to convince me of this. They do, Leslie. Hey, BTU. Hey, Izzy Sue. They do. But there's nothing on her passenger side. To where somebody could not get out of that
That's
car.
I-10.
Wait, okay, and go low. So that's my thoughts on all of that. Yep, baby cakes. I expect something happened with that too. The time it took her to get there.
There. No, that's a different. But you can go in through here. See, you can go in through there.
Where are you taking us now, Chisme?
Other routes to the plaza. It's almost like the person knew where to park on what side to stay away from the cameras, in my opinion. I'm convinced.
104.
How soon after Chrissy was not in contact with any was she reported missing, Mar?
No, not in contact with anybody because she left her phone at home, but then her mom clarified that she had the smartwatch with her. Hey, Ash, Leslie,
Yeah, but
passenger side may face the street. It faces like the old Navy, but Leslie, the distance from her passenger side to the next business across the whole entire plaza, it would be very easy for somebody to go out that back passenger, the car in the parking lot, maybe squat down. Who knows? Maybe the car was parked right next door, a couple rows over.
what was the time frame of it being reported
You know what, Ash?
in the
Exactly.
media?
Exactly. No matter what, even if she did want to end it, I can't see going to a public place, getting into a passenger seat, and letting the heat do it. It makes no sense. I agree. And let's just say, like everyone's saying, that maybe she went into the plaza, maybe she wanted to think, maybe she wasn't feeling good, she was having anxiety, she passed out. But you're not going to stop and pull over to think without your car running or your windows cracked. Like, and you're not getting into the passenger seat. It's so bizarre, the passenger seat. So bizarre, Matt. It's just
How soon after did the law enforcement put out any missing posters or news articles about a missing? How long did it take for that to happen?
it was a couple days. It wasn't long that her best friend and her mom were putting Twitter posts out. But let's go back out. So here's the camera. Okay. So if she did come in here, and that's that Huberner Road, I think. If she came in through here, we didn't see a camera on that part. So the jewelry store picks her up. That's the ATM, right? Yep, that's the ATM. So she comes here, she comes over this way, and then she goes one, two, three, four, five. And she pulls in right here, but then she pulls forward. So now we've got the front of her car facing this way. We got the driver here, which is facing all of those businesses. But the passenger side is just, whew. Anyways, guys, I had to come drive you guys crazy again with this because I'm probably not going to stop until someone convinces me that you have proof of showing me her scooching over in her car alone to the passenger seat.
Yeah, what's
Because
Benton
until
asking?
then,
Benton Benton's saying the car should be out of gas. Does he mean is that are you saying the car was left running, Benton? Is that what you're getting at?
Benton believes that maybe she had a medical condition like a aneurysm or something, and the car was running and then it ran out of gas. But and I said to Benton, I could believe that. I would like to believe that, but not in the passenger seat. Hi,
No,
BTU.
I personally don't think the passenger seat's as big an issue as what you do, but that's your opinion.
Well, I think being deceased in a shopping plaza on a 30-minute trip to get there, which would probably only take you, let's just say 10 minutes. But if you were to drive by the ex boyfriend's house that you had a fight with the day prior, you didn't call into work, they had a call looking for you, and you're not going to work, obviously, if you're at the Hubner Plaza. Why? Because something went down with the ex, I'm convinced. And I'm convinced that I do not think that. I think somebody was in that car with her, told her to meet her there, or something that morning.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but what are you going to produce to other
I
than
can't produce anything. We have to
so
wait for video. We got to see if Chisme. We don't have. I don't have a
if
warrant to
you're
go to the plaza and say, "Give me your video surveillance cameras, please."
yeah, but you're basing it on a hunch, is what I'm getting at. You're not basing it on stuff you've seen online.
Yes, I am. I'm basing my opinion on facts of how long she was in the plaza, where she was found, the fight with the boyfriend that her mother said on text messages, losing her child a year prior, seeing pictures of her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, and the new girlfriend on vacation with her kids in Europe. Her kid was not there. She didn't obviously get an invitation to babysit her own child while her ex-boyfriend is going to Europe with his new girlfriend. You know what? You're not a woman and you don't understand, but that would probably piss off a lot of women. And I can guarantee you it would piss off a lot of women in this chat. If your ex that walked out with your child a year ago is going to Europe with his new girlfriend, with her kids, but not taking your kid, but not letting you watch that child as well. That could make a woman probably do things, Matt, that you probably couldn't even possibly understand. That could probably make the earth shake, pissing off the right woman. And some people just snap. What if she left the phone at home, play devil's advocate? What if she was going over there to knock off the girlfriend or knock him off? What if she's like, "You're fucking crazy. Go meet me at the plaza and let's talk about this. Don't do this here."
Did the
That's
ex-boyfriend have the sole custody of the child then?
See, that's the problem. Is there was no sole custody, and no, she had rights on the weekend. But the weekend before the 4th of July, okay, they had a great weekend together, Claudia said. Then the 4th of July was not a good day because a year ago in 2021 is when he took the child. But then on Sunday or something, they were fighting in text message. On Monday, 2 hours after she's supposed to show up for her full time job that she just got at the law firm that she was a temp at, they call her looking for her. You see her leaving the ring cam. Her phone is left at home. She shows up in the Hubener Plaza 30-ish minutes later, and then she's found dead 3 weeks later in that parking spot. But
Yeah,
if
I,
you map
I
out
must.
the mileage, if she was to go by the boyfriend's house, it would bring her into that plaza 24 to 30 minutes later. It's not a fucking coincidence, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just
Did I
asking
just
about.
say that?
That's not what I
I
was
didn't
asking.
say that.
I was. That's not what I was asking. I was asking about the custody of
Right,
the
Jess?
child.
See, you have to look at what the women are saying. Hey, Gen C.
I am.
It, I
I'm
mean,
reading the comments.
and first of all, if you're gonna purposely, it had to have been an accident or someone did it to her because you're not gonna leave your 12-year-old for your mom to raise and loving your new job, and it's. I'm telling you, I think there's foul play involved.
Yeah, I just think it's too early to go down that route. That's just my opinion.
Let's see what Gen C said. I believe that someone was in the car with her and got out and scrunched down and slithered to avoid cameras. Gen C watched a live from last night. I said the same thing. I said they did the drop kick roll and they went out that parking lot like a ninja. To me, there is no way she would be in a passenger side to take her own life. Even to go over there to think about things. Even if you were thinking and the car was running with the windows down, we are not doing it in a passenger seat. I agree, Gen C, 100%. Welcome back, Chisme.
Hello.
Hi, Chisme.
There's Huebner Road. I decided that I'm gonna go by the Villas del Cabo apartments.
Short
You
but
know what? I
sweet.
wanted her. I was going to ask her, but it's getting kind of the traffic's probably coming out. Oh no, it's only 3 o'clock. I was curious to see how long it would take Chisme to leave the plaza and get to um where she lived. Not the like show the house, but to get like a few houses down. But that's just what we have to wait for the. I mean, what's it going to say that she died of heat exhaustion or
Pamela
suffocation?
Smith. Pamela Smith's asking. Yeah, I'm in the UK, Pamela.
Well, so why can't you
Sorry,
answer, Pamela?
Leslie P. It is. Leslie
So let
P.
me ask you guys. I don't know medical things, and I was actually getting ready to call up like the coroner and ask him if what would be the difference. Okay, this is so weird to even ask. Like I'm telling you, Matt, if I ever went missing and somebody searched my phone, like talking about how long does it take to die in a hot car in Texas yesterday, I couldn't even imagine what my family would think if they saw my Google search. But if you were to die in a car with the windows up and you let the heat take you. Let's just play devil's advocate, and that's what she was going to do. Matt, stop scrolling on your paper and listen. I see what you're doing down there. Do you think it would be like a suffocation? Like, what if somebody like not strangled her? I mean, I even hate to say this, Matt. You know I hate talking about this stuff. But what if somebody put a bag over her head like this? Like, how do you even say that in a nice way? Like, you know what I mean, Matt? Would that show up differently? Do you think in an autopsy report, if you suffocated in the car with the windows up, or if you somebody put like a bag over your head? Like, does that make sense, or do I sound like I really need to check myself into a padded room?
No, I think the medical examiner will discover the cause of death.
Oh yeah,
As long as
I know.
it's thorough. I mean, we know from other cases, that mistakes do happen. So,
Hey, C.
you know,
Parlove. Exactly, C. Parlove. How can you believe anything that was said when the vehicle was there for 3 weeks? How do we know that the jewelry store camera wasn't like at a certain angle and clipping back at certain frames 3 weeks ago? But Matt, I want you to stop avoiding my question because you're not answering me. You are playing the easy way out because you are like, eh.
well,
Do
what's the
you? I
question? You're
know
not
the
asking question.
medical.
You're
Oh
not
yes,
actually
I
asking me
did. Oh
questions.
yes,
You're
I did.
actually
Oh yes, I
proposing a
did.
theory. You're
Now I
proposing a
know.
theory.
No, I'm
I don't
asking you.
agree with your theory at this moment in
You
time.
know what, Benson? I'm asking you. Do you think that it would kind of look like the same thing if you were suffocated from the heat? I'm going to ask Benton. You know what, Benton? If you
I
were,
wouldn't think it. I no. Well, my answer is no. I don't think it would look the same.
I'm talking initial appearance from the autopsy
No,
report.
that's my answer. No, I don't think it would.
Okay, so you're saying to me that if she was dead, we don't even know that wouldn't that be something crazy if she didn't even die from heat exhaustion or anything like that. But
Well, somebody in the chats. Let me just find it in the chat. Where is
I
it now?
see it.
It's the saying about the cause of death being hypothermia, which somebody's just put that in the chat because I just read that earlier on today.
Now it makes sense because you would have labored breathing, but I think if someone did that, she'd fight back if a bag were over her head.
Pamela Smith's asking about did she die of hypothermia, and I saw that in one of the articles that it stated she died of hypothermia.
No,
Hello.
hey Chisme, no, the article said
I'm at
that
Vias
her
del
mother.
Cabo.
It could be. Oh shit, this is where the boyfriend lives.
No, this is Vias del Cabo.
Oh, Lena. Let's go see if there's any kids out.
Yeah.
No, no. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait and just find out what the autopsy report's gonna show. I still find it very strange. And Matt, the article said that they believe that the mom said she believes it's gonna be hyperthermia or the heat exhaustion. What's it called? Starts with an S. Hey, Justice Janie. So now I guess we're on a trip to Lena Sardar's apartment complex. What a little bonus.
Oh, they put a like a play yard
Let me
right where
see,
the court is.
Leslie. No, they haven't said anything yet.
I'm gonna do this really quickly, but they built another playground right where the court is, the courtyard.
Really?
Can you see it?
Yeah, go walk by Lena's mom's apartment and knock on the door. Tell her that MonkieMar
Hell
wants to
no.
talk to Riaz.
Shit, no. Come on. Hell no. They're
So
already
wait,
accusing me of shit.
Leslie.
They're
Okay, here we
accusing me
go.
of stuff already.
So she would become very disoriented, but she would have time enough awareness of the pain of it. The Emmy knows the difference definitely. She would not be necessarily gasping for air. Okay, but here's my next question. So if that happened and then you are deceased inside of a car, completely sealed up in the sun, would you be able to see that right away? Like, like, what would it even be like 3 weeks later in that hot sun? Like, I don't even understand if I could even want to imagine what that would be like.
Yeah, there's just a couple of kids out.
Yeah, Jess, I know that, but what if it was just like a bag, like a bag, and not your hands? That sounds so weird even talking about that. Oh, so there's no kids out. Amazing. Yeah, Pamela, I think that too, but I think her mother is being a little naive right now, to be honest with you, as I probably would.
Say that again.
I think her mom is like probably still in shock, and I think that she probably really does not want to ever possibly think that he would be capable of doing anything. But how do we know his girlfriend didn't do something? She's got a little glare in her eyes. I mean,
Yeah, you've got a strong hunch on this one, which
I do.
yeah, it's not normal. You're not normally so. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, I've never been like this over a case. I let it go. I wait for the evidence to come in. I'll wait for the autopsy report, but I'm not buying this bullshit right here. I'm not buying it. Okay, I'm going to say this and I have to wrap it up, guys, because I have to head out to the barn. But if she was in, and it's probably not going to be the last time I say it, but I'm going to say it again. If she was in the driver's seat, I would probably not even be talking about her right now. I would be waiting for the autopsy test to come back in. But because of her being in the passenger seat, and because of the fact it took her 30 minutes to get to where she was going after she walked out on the ring door cam, it's the exact time that it would have been to drive by his place. She wasn't going to work. The work called her 2 hours looking for her. That was not on the mind. It was something with him, her son, and the bullshit the day before. Now, what happened after that? I hope we find out. But do I believe that she did that and went there and got in the passenger seat? No. There's something so foul play about this and a big piece of the puzzle missing, but I'm I'm gonna figure it out.
It would be helpful
My
to us.
elderly cats, I need you to email the channel your email address so that we can send you the Zoom for the book club. So members, if you weren't at the live last night, book club is starting. Let me show you guys because I forgot. I'm so aggravated with this thing. Okay, here we go. August 4th, 8 p.m. Cass talked about the book last night. I can't even remember the name because all I keep thinking about is poor Chrissy Powell. Right, Pamela Smith? It's just weird. I don't think she was going to work. I think she had plans of driving by the Ryan's house. And maybe he said, well, he couldn't have called her, the phone wasn't there, but maybe he was like, get the F out of here, go to the plaza and I'll meet you there or something. No, my elderly cats, I want you to email us at the channel your email. It's in the description of the videos. Yeah, she was wearing all black and her hair was up on top of her head. I think she was going somewhere on a mission, but I do not think she woke up and she was thinking about going to work. I think it had something to do with her son. All right,
But
guys, I'm going to rack my brain. I'm going to go brain dead over this.
it'd be interesting to get the timeline of that 30 minutes, wouldn't it? Give us some more meat on the bones as to where that 30 minutes of time was spent doing.
It would. And I bet you they've got cameras on those intersection lights of coming in and they'll backtrack maybe a little bit but first I think they would probably have to suspect after the autopsy some foul play.
Any idea of an approximate time frame? Anyone in the chat know an approximate time frame for the
No,
autopsy?
it was concluded because they were waiting for test results to come back. So that to me kind of like, don't you kind of feel if they kind of just said that she died of a heat exposure, it would have just been boom, bang, out and simple to that point, and not that we have to wait for test results to come back? Like, if you know that she passed away from heat exhaustion or hypothermia or something like that, like, why wouldn't you just come out with that initial thing? But we're still waiting for tests to come back. Something is wrong. Yes,
Well, is that not just due to the toxicology testing takes longer?
Well, I get that. But if she died of something as simple as her passing out in the car and the heat taking her, I think they would have come out and said that, but then we're also waiting for some further testing to come out. This is not a criminal investigation. They haven't said any of that. Because something is funky. Like the Funky Bunch.
Well, you've got the right person on it in my MonkieMar.
Oh, stop. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Matt. Chisme, I love you. Everyone stay vigilant, guys, and keep your babies safe. And make sure when you go into a parking plaza, you don't get in the passenger seat and keep your air on and your windows down in case you fall asleep and your car runs out of gas.
Thanks to the mods as well for modding. Good job.
All right, Matt. I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Okay, so if you remember, email us MonkieMar True Crime at Gmail, your email, so we can send you the Zoom information for the book club. Oh, here's Chisme. All right, Chisme.
Hello.
Hello, girl. I'm ending the live. Thank you very much, Chisme. We love you.
Okay, you're welcome. See you
I'm
soon.
gonna give you a call when the live's over.
Okay,
All right, guys.
I'm looking around at building 2-3. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right, guys. Have a great day.